Welcome back to Pandemic Legacy Season 1. We're continuing with June. Alright, let's see if we can pull it off this time. Maybe. We're starting in Essen again. We have Trevor here going first. He is friends with Nick. If you start your turn in the same city as a friend, you can look at but not rearrange the top 2 cards of the player deck. Alright, let's see what the top 2 cards are. Let's hope it is not a horrible epidemic. It's not. Oh, it's the cured stem cells are right on top. Taipei is going to get, Taipei I should say, is going to get a, it will end up getting, or will it? We could fly over there and put a quarantine on it and it won't get it. Do we want to do that? I mean, I don't think you remove the quarantine marker. I'm pretty sure you do not remove the quarantine marker. I gotta read up on that again when it has to do with pulling cards. Okay, let me just double check the rules because I don't think it pulls off a quarantine marker for that. Alright, I'm a little confused about how this reads. Accelerated incubation. This is when we're drawing cards. It says when drawing player cards, first check the city cards drawn and match the color of code A. Place a faded figure in each of the matching cities. Okay, that's all makes sense. If this would place a 4th figure, it is ignored and not placed. No outbreak occurs and no quarantine marker is removed. That's the part that confuses me. So does that only happen if you're going to place a 4th figure? Because we'll be placing a 1st figure here. If I have a quarantine marker on there, does the quarantine marker get removed or does it remain and the faded figure not get placed? There's a dash there, so I'm just a little confused as to whether the quarantine would come off, no faded figure, or whether the quarantine comes off. So, I think I'm going to read that as the quarantine marker does not come off because you don't get any faded placed. And because it's a card draw, not a infection rate, that's how I'm going to rule it. I think I'm going to play it that way. It makes sense to me. For that. Anyway, let's get doing Trevor's turn. And now I'm second guessing myself. But anyway, we're going to have Trevor take his first action to fly from this CDC to this one. His second action, he will place down a quarantine marker. His third action is to fly from this CDC to this one. And his 4th action is to do his remote treatment, and he will remove all cubes off Karachi. Landpox, that was his 4 actions. Okay, now he picks up 2 cards, and we know what they are. Washington, so he has 2 blue cards, and he gets this one, which is good, but it's Taipei, or Taipei. So, we would get a faded there. Oh man, I don't know. Ambiguous a little bit. If it wasn't a dash there, I would say if it's the 4. I think we have to remove we remove the quarantine marker. I'm pretty sure. Because if you look at the general rules, whenever you have to add a faded to a city, if there's a quarantine marker, you remove it. But that specifically said if you are adding a 4th, there's no outbreak and you don't remove the quarantine. So I'm going to change my mind. I'm going to say that's what happens. The quarantine comes off. Alright, that was Trevor taking his turn, pull up his 2 cards. We are at infection rate 2, so we have to infect 2 cities. And the first one, oh no, Beijing. Oh boy, we have faded problems happening. Beijing gets one, and the second one is Tehran, which is right here. Gets some zombie X. Alright, up next is Nick. Alright, Nick's 4 actions. He's all about putting the putting of military bases in regions. So for his first action, he'll move here. For his second action, he's able to just place a military base. For his third action, he can fly from military base to military base. So let's have him do that. Oh, is that dangerous? Probably. Yeah, but he's going to have to do that. We're going to have him do that as we try to keep this under control. So military base to military base, that's his third action. His 4th action, I don't think I've mentioned that yet, He's got local pressure. If you are in a military base, you may quarantine an adjacent city with a quarantine action. So for his fourth and final action, he will quarantine Ho Chi Minh City because that is nasty. If Ho Chi Minh City blows up, there's going to be major problems. Jakarta is going to cause issues, obviously, but Ho Chi Minh City is the worst. All right, that was Trevor taking his 4 actions. 2 cards for him. Oh, man. And what does he get? No! Oh my god, are you kidding me? Well, he gets Lagos, so he's got a blue, a black, and a yellow. And, oh my god, increase the infection rate. Right off the... Okay, we're starting off not so great. Bottom card gets 3. Oh man, the bottom card is Paris. Here we go with Milan Pox. Paris, oh no, right where we got a military base gets 3. And then we need to shuffle all of those and pull 2 cards. Alright, I'm going to back the camera. We're going to do that. That was a very early epidemic happening. Alright, we're going to shuffle this up. And we're going to be pulling 2. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Alright. What are we going to be doing here? Alright, shuffled up, I believe, enough. 2 cards. The first one getting infected is Ho Chi Minh City. Just where he put a quarantine marker. Wow. Dodged that one. And the second, watch the second one now be Jakarta. Beijing. Ooh. So another one goes on Beijing. And oh boy, this is brutal. Just brutal. Okay, that was Nick's turn. We go now to Gwen. And Gwen's special ability, oh man, Santiago's ready to pop, but so is Jakarta. And then, no, for her first action, she can do a quarantine anywhere in the world. She's going to quarantine Jakarta, because we don't want, there's a chain reaction happening there, maybe, and that's really bad. She has 3 actions remaining, but if she's family member with Zach, if you start in the same city as a family member, gain an extra action. So she gets 5 actions. So that was her first action. She's got 4 actions left. And you know what? Paris is looking really bad. So for 4 actions left, she's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, she'll just remove all of the cubes off of Paris. Is that what she wants to do? Yes. That is it. Okay, that's her 4 actions very quickly. And now it's 2 cards for her. She gets Shanghai, San Francisco. So Shanghai is going to get a faded. Where's... Oh my god, Shanghai gets a faded. If I can have to get my glasses here. Where in the heck is Shanghai? Beijing, so Shanghai's right there. It gets a faded. Ooh. Okay, that was 2 cards, and now it is time to infect a couple cities. Man, this game is getting brutal. Okay, 2 cities. Why do I feel like Santiago is going to pop? Jakarta. Wow, just where she put the quarantine marker. Oh, we are just desperately fighting the faded right now. And the next one, Mumbai. Oh boy, Mumbai gets, where's Mumbai? Let's go. Is going to get 1. Riyadh. Oh man. Mumbai gets another one right there. Oof. Now we get 3 on Mumbai, 3 on Santiago. That is bad news. Alright, over... Oh dear, over we go to Zach, who is currently in Essen, and we have to have him doing something. I don't know what. He's going to try. Oh boy, this is getting pretty desperate. Oh, we've been keeping Ho Chi Minh and Jakarta under control. I think I want to get him to Mumbai. This is already a 2nd level outbreak. So for his first action, he's going to fly to Riyadh. Here, first action, 2nd, 3rd action, 4th, he will do a quarantine, or not a quarantine, a treat disease to get rid of some Milan pox right there. I think that will be okay. Alright, 2 cards for him. I guess we can kind of see them Here, 2 cards, and he gets... oh, he gets his grenade belt! Right on, Montreal. And Hong Kong gets faded. Oh boy. Alright, well, he got his grenade belt, Montreal, but Hong Kong is now going to get a faded. Wow, this is bad. Alright, that was it for his actions. Drawing his cards, and now it is infecting 2 cities. Ay, ay, ay. I don't know how we're going to pull this off, but we're trying. Alright, first city is... of course! Is Santiago, which blows up with an outbreak. Well, we kind of knew that was coming. This Cobra 403 is bite us, so we're going to get an outbreak there, so we get 1. Actually, there's only 2. 2 connections to Santiago. I'm going to get the number 1 sticker and put it right there. Alright, I have applied the number 1 sticker, so now Santiago's unstable. We have 1 more card. Oh, and we had an outbreak. Yes, outbreak marker goes to 1. And we have Karachi, which is right above where Zach currently is. 1 right there. And that is going to end off our episode for today. So we've had an outbreak, 1 already. We have managed somehow to not have an outbreak in Ho Chi Minh City at Jakarta. Man, those are very bad places, though. We really have got to do something about that. I'm not sure what we're going to do. We'll figure that out in future episodes. So thanks so much for watching along. Thanks for your comments, descriptions, likes. Pandemic Legacy Season 1. We're into June, the latter part of June, because we lost the first part of June. We're trying again with Trevor, Nick, Zach, Gwen. We do get 2 special cards in our deck. Haven't seen them yet, though. But we've already seen 1 Epidemic. Not great. So we'll see what happens in the next episode. So thanks so much for watching along. Really appreciate it. Helps out my channel. And hope to see you next time for the continuation.